Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Y&R Full Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Cain attacks Adam. Daniel threatens to disown Phyllis. Tessa says to Abby and Devon that what Mariah is doing is really bad and she cannot excuse it. Tessa knows that Mariah knows what is right and what is wrong. Abby and Devon talk about Adam controlling his anger. They think that if Adam lets his anger out he may not be able to control it. Devon tells Abby that if Mariah has had some kind of breakdown then Dom could be in real danger right now because of Mariah. Devon is worried about Dom because of what Mariah's doing. They discuss making an appeal to he public that Dom and Mariah might hear, and Tessa suggests they publish it on her video reel. Abby sits and speaks into the camera, telling Dom they're waiting for him to come home. "I am your mommy." Mad Mariah is sleeping in her car sitting in the driver's seat. She wakes up and says Bowie's name loud, then she realizes that Dom is not in the car. Mariah thinks to herself that Dom probably got out of the car and started walking because he does not want to be with her. It turns out that it was all just a bad dream. When Mariah really wakes up she sees that Dom is sleeping safely in the seat of the car. Mariah thinks that the dream she had is trying to tell her something. She says to herself that in the dream Dom was gone and she was very sad and heartbroken because of it. She'll never let go of him ever again. She hopes Dom will wake up and understand why they have to be together. It will all be okay. Mariah talks to Dom about how much she loved him when she carried him. Everything went wrong the day she let him go. Nothing has been right since then. "I am your mommy and you are my son." Calling him Bowie, Mariah hopes this will seep into his brain while he sleeps. Phyllis erupts. Phyllis gets to the train. Sees Cain leaving a message for Lily about something bad that might happen. She wants to know if Victor is trying to scare his family. Cain tells her what Victor said he would do. Phyllis does not think Victor will really do anything to Neil's family. She also thinks Nikki will not let him do it. Cain is not so sure. He does not want to take any chances. Phyllis asks Cain what he is trying to tell her. She wants to know if he is going to give up on everything. She hollers that he'll give the company back over her dead body. Cain concedes it could be a bluff, but he needs to find out for himself. Phyllis urges Ashby to call his bluff. Nothing will happen. Cain asks what she'd do if it was Summer or Daniel. Phyllis insists Victor won't harm Neela's family. This is a lie. He's playing you. Cain takes off. Trust Victor at the ranch. Victoria is really upset to hear that Victor is using Cain's family to get what he wants. Nobody likes this idea. Victor is going to do it anyway. Nikki had a way to make this situation work out okay for everyone. Victor just does what he wants to do. Then he shows up. Says, "You're damn right." Victoria and Nikki want to know if he has Lily and her kids. Victor gets angry and says, "They are in no danger." Victor says this about Lily and her kids. Victoria and Nikki are still worried about what Victor's doing to Cain's family. Victoria gasps, "So, you admit it?" Nikki demands to know if he has them locked up somewhere, warning she'll fight back and they'll have more problems than they do now. Nikki points out this is all illegal. They don't harm innocent people. Victor says they're perfectly fine. "Stop questioning me. Let this plan play out." Daniel's warning. Phyllis finds Daniel at the club bar. He tells her that breaking up the Newman Empire was a bad idea. Phyllis says she did to him what he was going to do to Jack. Daniel says she is being as mean as the Black Knight. Daniel is worried that Victor will do whatever it takes to get the Newman Empire back. Phyllis just says let him try. Daniel sits down, warns Phyllis that Victor will get the Newman Empire back and he will hurt her very badly in the process. Victor will get his Newman Empire back. Phyllis will be in big trouble. Phyllis confides that he's already claiming to have taken Lily and the kids. Let's get physical at the cafe. Cain talks to Adam and asks him where he draws the line. When will Adam say no to his father Victor? Cain thinks about Victor having his family and wonders what kind of game Victor is playing. He asks Adam, "How could you help Victor do this to me?" Adam tries to avoid answering Cain. Ashby reminds him that Lily and the kids are part of Neil's family too. All Adam knows is that Cain has started a fight with Victor and Adam has no idea what Victor will do next. Cain asks Adam again, "Adam, where's my family? What did your dad do with them?" Adam tries to walk away, So Cain grabs him and sees that he'll do whatever it takes to get his family back. Adam snarks that Victor already told him what it will take. So do it. Give him his company back. Cain muses that maybe he should go after someone Victor loves. Adam dares him. It will be as if he never existed at all. Help. Sharon arrives at the Chancellor estate and vouches for Detective Burrow, who has officially joined the GCPD. She explains they're not sure if Mariah is a danger to herself or the little boy. Burrow will do everything in his power to find them. Tessa and Sharon fill Burrow in on Mariah's trip to the clinic. They're sure she wouldn't hurt Dom, but can't predict her behavior. Devon declares that she's hurting Dom by doing this to him. He belongs with his parents. The final scenes, Adam goes back to the ranch, tells his family that Cain tried to hurt him and said he would go after one of them. Victor says do not worry, everyone is safe. Nikki says Cain is not a person, he does crazy things, which makes him bad news. Victor thinks Cain will back down when things get tough. Victoria says, Daddy, you are not acting like yourself. Victor says Lily agrees with him 100%. Adam is surprised. Says, why did you not tell us about this? Nikki wants to call Lily now. Victor is taking care of this by himself. Cain sees Phyllis arguing with Daniel at the club. Her son tells her to give Victor his company or else she will never get to talk to him or Lucy again. Cain walks over to them as Daniel reminds Phyllis that she asked him to forgive her after she pretended to be dead. Daniel tells Cain that if something bad happens to Lily and her kids, then they are both to blame. Daniel walks away. Cain says to Phyllis, I told you this was going to happen. Phyllis is not bothered at all. She complains about her kids being very critical of her. She tells Cain that Victor is trying to play games with him. If Cain lets Victor get inside his head, then Victor has already won the game. At the Chancellor estate, Sharon fills Burrow in on what happened to Mariah. She was raised in a cult by Ian Ward. Abby and Devon talk about the pregnancy. How hard it is for them to separate from Dom. Tessa says that everything started to fall when Ian came back to town. They all think that they need to get Dom from Mariah as soon as they can. In the car, Mariah tells Dom that it was always meant to be the two of them. She will do anything to keep him safe. Mariah says to Dom that she will die before she lets anyone take Dom from her again. Mariah makes a promise to Dom. She says that is Mommy's promise to you. Then Mariah starts driving. Cain is really mad. He threatens Victor's life. He tells Holden to find his family. Friday, February 6, 2026. Today on Young and Restless, Victor holds Cain's feet to the fire, Jack and Kyle make a power move, and Holden turns to Claire for help with a new assignment. Read the last Y&R recap. Cain threatened. Adam and Mariah made a terrifying promise to Bowie, as Burrow and Abby set a trap for Mariah. This Day Ahead recap episode airs in the USA on February 6th. Expect spoilers. Recaps go live by 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time daily. At the Newman Ranch, Victor updates the family on what the security team and Burrow have learned about Mariah. Victoria is exhausted by all the bad news. Her father explains that Lily agreed to his plan. His daughter finds this hard to believe but does anyway. Adam says that Cain seemed rattled earlier. They ask Victor what the agreement he made with Lily was. He refuses to answer any questions. Left alone, Nikki and Victoria talk about the irony of Victor faking an abduction while his grandchild has been kidnapped. Nikki won't excuse his behavior, but everything Victor has worked for is on the line. Victoria still doubts that Lily would agree to help their family. Nikki says she might hate Cain even more. She's not sure that Cain won't double down and make things worse. Victoria suggests they hit Cain and Phyllis from a new angle. They mull over how bad things are and how they could get worse. Nikki worries that Cain lacks a heart of conscience. He may just want to watch everything burn. That means they could lose everything. Holden joins Cain on the train and admits he's been getting impatient since he hasn't heard from him. Cain needs him to do something of a personal nature. He explains he's hired a PI to find his family and he wants Holden to supervise. Cain wants to know his family is okay. Holden asks if this is tied to him taking over Newman Enterprises. Ashby says that's none of his business. Holden doesn't want Victor coming after his blood. His boss reassures him and asks him to keep this secret. He needs him to fly to LA tonight. Victor wanders into the GCAC and Jack and Kyle ask after Dominic. Victor says he can live without their good wishes. Jack follows him to his table and says that what's happened to him was a long time coming but worth the wait. Victor says the Abbotts are only capable of seeing what's in front of them and nothing else. Jack thinks he's losing his mind and reminds him he's about to lose everything and it looks like forever. Victor insists he will reclaim his company. The same can't be said for Jack. Jack points out that this is all Victor's own fault. He's happy to see him finally on his knees. Victor warns him that, "This ain't over until I say it is." Jack returns to his son as a man joins Victor at Sharon's. Noah asks his mom where Sienna is. She worries about Dominic and Mariah. She adds that Burrow is working on the case now. They wonder where Sienna left with her suitcase. His mom suggests he try calling her. He gets voicemail and leaves a message. Suddenly, he notices an envelope with his name on it. He opens it. She's left him. He reads the letter. She writes that he's great but he belongs with his family. That is his true home and they need him. Sienna loves him more than he can know, but she won't drag him into a life he will regret. She wishes him happiness. Seeing him sobbing, Sharon says she's sorry. He assumes this is what she and Nick wanted. She admits she had reservations, but she didn't sabotage his relationship and Nick wouldn't have either. He says he would have died for her. It can't just end like this. He's determined to go to LA after her. His mom says that Sienna thinks they are from different worlds. He insists they have the same values. Sharon guesses Sienna comes from a very different family and the Newman world is intimidating. He accuses her of trying to talk him out of going after her. She reminds him she nearly lost him and may have lost his sister. She can't handle losing him again. Noah is sorry if he's been thoughtless. He promises to be there for her. He intends to be around for her after missing that nightmare she went through last year. Besides, he should give Sienna time to think about things. Sharon admits she wants him close, but there's not much he can do and she wants him to be happy. If he really loves Sienna, he should go after her. Adam joins Chelsea at Crimson Lights and updates her about Victor's claim that Lily is collaborating. He says that Cain is going ballistic and has been making threats too. She worries that could include their kids. She won't stand for Connor being a pawn in this. Adam says they need to trust things will get back to normal soon. She doesn't think she will ever be able to trust his father. He's confident that his father is serious about making a deal with Lily. What could he have offered her? She assumes it's something he doesn't want the family to know. That's terrifying. He senses this is bigger than money or revenge. Holden runs into Claire and announces he's headed to LA on business. Audra eavesdrops from around the corner as Claire teases Holden about his LA mysteries. He suggests she come with him. She's tempted and asks if they would have time for fun. As he gets refills, Claire ponders what Sienna told her about the man who went missing in LA. When he gets back, she agrees to go with him. She claims she has business of her own to do there. Audra looks concerned. Victor goes to Cain's train and asks if he's decided whether he wants to see his family again. Cain wants proof he has them and warns that if anything happens to them, he will spill Victor's blood. Next week on Y&R. Why won't you tell me where we're going, Mariah? Asks Dominic. It's the best hideout in the world so I am taking you to a whole different country, she says. I worry about what he's going to do next. What if he goes so far that I can't take it anymore? Nikki panics to Jack. As Jack holds Nikki, Diane walks in and catches them together. Adam arrives in the train car where Cain is unconscious. Look at this Sonuva, Victor gestures. Is he? Adam asks. The trouble that Victor Newman started is spreading over Genoa City. It is like a fire that is burning slowly. This fire is affecting every family and every relationship in the city. It is also affecting the truth that people have been trying to keep hidden. After what happened between Cain Ashby and Adam, everything is very quiet now. The whole city is waiting to see what will happen next. Nobody knows what Victor Newman will do. But one thing is, for sure. When Victor Newman decides that he does not have to follow the rules, he will do anything. Victor Newman will not stop at anything. At the Newman ranch the tension is really bad. Victoria walks back and forth in the living room. Her heels make a noise, on the floor. She does not believe what is happening. Victoria cannot understand how the father she has known her life can do something so mean. He is using Lily and her kids to hurt people. Nikki sits still on the couch. She is holding a glass of something. She has not taken a drink. Nikki is trying to look calm. You can tell she is scared. The Newman Ranch is an uncomfortable place right now. Victoria is still walking around the living room trying to make sense of what her father's doing. Victor is standing by the fireplace with his arms crossed. He seems sure of himself, and that is really annoying. When Victoria asks Victor to show her proof that Lily agreed to his plan, Victor gets angry. Says Victoria does not need to know all the details. He just wants Victoria to trust him. That makes Victoria even more upset. The thing is, Victor has let people down many times before, so Victoria does not think she can trust Victor now. Victor has wasted all the trust he had. Nikki finally speaks up. Her voice is. It is strong. She tells Victor that if he is wrong about Cain, then they will have problems. It will be much worse than Dominic being gone. Victor gets upset. He says everything is okay, that Cain will do what they think he will do when he is in a spot. Nikki sees something in Victor's eyes that scares her. She sees that he is thinking about what he can get from this situation. He does not care about how it will affect people. This really frightens Nikki. Across town, Cain is really losing it. He is so angry now, and that is all that matters to him. He is not thinking clearly. He does not care about being careful. The thought of Victor taking control of Lily and the kids is driving him crazy. It is making him want to do something. He does not care what happens to him. Holden is trying to calm him down. Cain is not listening. Cain does not care about Victor's business games anymore. This is about the people he loves, his family, and Victor is using them to get what he wants. Cain is furious that Victor would do this to Lily and the kids, and he wants to stop him. When Holden tells Cain to slow down and think things through, Cain gets really upset. He says that thinking ahead did not stop Victor Newman from hurting a lot of people for a long time. Cain thinks that if Victor believes he can scare him into giving up, then Victor is completely wrong about Cain. Victor Newman is not going to make Cain surrender by trying to frighten him. At the GCAC, Phyllis is still being very stubborn. She will not listen to Daniel when he tells her to be careful. He warns her that she might lose her kids if she does not back down. Phyllis does not want to give up Newman Enterprises. To Phyllis, giving up Newman Enterprises is like saying that Victor is still in charge. When Phyllis is by herself, she starts to feel scared. For a while she thinks that maybe Daniel is right about Newman Enterprises. What if Daniel is telling the truth about Newman Enterprises? What if Victor wants to go out and hurt her really badly, to make her lose everything she has worked for? Phyllis tries to forget about it. She tells herself that Victor wants her to be scared. The bad feeling is still there. Victor is willing to take this all the way to ruin her, to make her feel alone, to destroy everything Phyllis knows she has fought for. The biggest problem is happening in a different place. It is not in the offices where important people make decisions or fight for power. This big problem is actually happening in a car that is driving fast, but it is not going anywhere. The car is all alone. It is very quiet. Mariah is losing her grip on what's real. She is. Dominic is sleeping in his car seat. He is breathing peacefully, which is really sad because Mariah is feeling so upset inside. She talks to Dominic in a voice trying to make him feel safe. She tells him that she is the one who can take care of him, the only one who can keep him safe. The farther she drives away from Genoa City, the more she believes this. Mariah thinks that the world already took Dominic away from her one time, and she does not want that to happen again. She wants to be the one who can protect him, so she keeps driving and telling herself that she is his only safety. Mariah and Dominic are all alone now. She likes it that way. She made a promise that she will die before she lets anyone take him away. This promise is really important to her. It is not something she says to sound good. She really means it. Her promise to die before letting anyone take him is something she believes in deeply. It is sacred to her. Back at the Chancellor estate, everyone is really down. They need to do something fast. Devon is feeling terrible about what's happening to Dominic. He wishes he had seen this coming sooner. He feels bad for thinking that Mariah would just get better on her own. Abby is trying not to fall. She keeps watching the video message she made, and her voice is shaking when she says she is Dominic's mother. Tessa is watching the video too. She is crying quietly. She is really scared because she knows that loving Mariah is not enough to stop her from doing something. The Chancellor estate is filled with people who care about Dominic and Mariah. They are all worried about what will happen next. Devon's fear for Dominic is making him feel guilty. Abby's love for Dominic is making her very sad. Tessa's love for Mariah is not helping because Mariah is in a lot of pain. Detective Burrow is trying to figure out what happened, so he looks at the timeline of events. He checks Mariah's credit card activity and traffic cameras to see if they can find out where Mariah went. Sharon is in the room with them. She helps to calm everyone down. Even Sharon cannot ignore the fact that Ian Ward really messed with Mariah's head. Mariah is not just sad, she is also dealing with some issues from her past. It is like she is reliving a bad time in her life. Sharon says what everyone is thinking but is too afraid to say out Mariah really thinks she is helping Dominic. The Mariah situation is very unpredictable because of what Mariah believes about saving Dominic. Noah is really hurting because of what Sienna said in her letter. The things Sienna wrote feel like they are really over, like she picked those words on purpose to keep Noah safe and to make him go away. Sharon is trying to be brave for Noah. She is scared that she will lose another kid. This is really scary for her. When Noah says he will stay for now, Sharon holds on to that like it is all she has. The city is losing a lot of people. That is very sad. Noah's heart is. Sienna's letter is making it worse. At Crimson Lights, Adam is struggling with his personal issues. The things Cain said to him keep playing over in his head, and so does the fact that Victor will not give him any answers. For the time, Adam is thinking that maybe he was wrong to support his father. He is really worried about what could happen to Connor, and that is making him feel very scared. This is not about business anymore. If Victor's actions put the kids in danger, Adam knows he might have to make a decision, and that is really frightening to him. Adam is afraid of what will happen if he has to choose between his father and the people he cares about like Connor and Chelsea. That fear actually becomes sooner than we think it will. The fear we have becomes reality sooner than we expected. On Cain's train, Victor shows up out of nowhere. He is being very careful about what he's doing, and it is really scary. Victor tells Cain that this is his chance. He has to give up the company. He will lose everything that matters. Cain wants to know that Lily is okay. Victor does not tell him anything about Lily. Instead, Victor tells Cain to go and try something. Things start to get out of hand fast. They stop talking and start pushing each other. Cain is already really angry.